Hello, today we are going to learn how to write a number in standard form with positive integers. So standard form is always written in this form. It's a multiplication of a number, which here is represented with an a times 10 to the power of n. A, remember, should be, so the number a should be bigger than 1 and smaller than 10. We are going to identify a here for these three numbers. In the first one, remember, bigger than 1, smaller than 10, so a is going to be 5.67. For the second one, it's going to be 7.89. And for the third one, a is going to be 3.4156. See, it's very important to write all the digits inside the A when you represent a number in standard form. Now here we are going to write each of these numbers in standard form. I have prepared a set of steps for you. We know now that A for number 567 is going to be 5.67. 5.67, to get 5.67, that means you divide by 100. So divide this number by 100, so it's going to be, we're going to write it as a fraction. 567 divided by 100. But now, in order to keep the value all the number the same, we have to multiply by 100. So multiply with the denominator, as the step says. There you go. So 567 divided by 100 is going to be 5.67 times 100, and 100 will represent 100 as 10 to the power of a positive integer, which is 10 to the power of 2. So times 10 to the power of 2. So this is our number written in a standard form. 91 million. Remember, million has 6 zeros. Let's write now 91. We need the a, so we divide by 10 to get the 9.1. So 91 divided by 10, and then times 10 to keep the value of 91 the same, times 10. Remember now the million, we should write the million as a 10 to the power of 6 because it has 6 zeros. And then rewrite 91 divided by 10 as 9.1, 9.1, and then 10 times 10 to the power of 6. Remember, 10 is actually to the power of 1. So we are going to add the indices. 1 plus 6 is 7, so it's going to be 9.1 times 10 to the power of 7. Next one, we have 78.9. We need the 7.8. So we divide the whole number by 10. So we have 78.9 divided by 10 times the 10 equals 78.9 divided by 10 is going to be 7.89, and then times 10 to the power of 1, because this is what the standard form says. We need the indices, 7.89 times 10 to the power of 1. Here we have 341.56. Write the number as a fraction, it says, making sure you keep the value of the number the same by multiplying a by the denominator. So multiply a by the denominator. So we are going to have 341.56. And to get the 3.4, we divide by 100. To keep the value the same, we multiply by 100. So the first part can be written as 3.4156 times 100 can be written as 10 to the power of 2. And this is our number written in a standard form. Here we are going to do the opposite. Write each of these numbers, which are written in standard form, write them as ordinary number. So 5 times 10 to the power of 5, 10 to the power of 5, so 5 zeros. Write the first one as it is, and add the 5 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the ordinary numbers of 500,000. The next one is 6.7 times 10 to the power 7. Now, I'm going to start by writing 6.7 as a whole number. So 6.7 times 10, so we take a 10 from here and become 67. And then we go left 10 to the power of 6. And then write. It's just a simple way to make the writing of the number easier, not complicated. And then write down the zeros. So 67 million. Next one is 7.179 times 10 to the power of 4. I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to rewrite the decimal number as a whole number. So there's 3 decimal places after the decimal point. To change this into a whole number, I'm going to need to multiply this by 1,000, which means 10 to the power of 3. So I'm going to have 7,179, and then times just 10 to the power of 1, which is left from 10 to the power of 4. And then multiply this number by 10. I'm going to have 7,179, add a 0, and then count from the right, 1, 2, 3. So it is 71,790. Here you have your independent work. You're going to write the first two numbers in standard form and the second two numbers in ordinary form. Remember, it's very important when you write in standard form. You identify the number, so A, which should be bigger than 1 and smaller than 10. So in this case, it's going to be 2.34. So to change the 234 into 2.34, you need to divide the whole number by 100. So I'm going to start it for you, and then you continue. So it is going to be 234.56 divided by 100 times 100. And then multiply this one. All this one here is going to be the A. Continue independently, and then express 100 as a 10 to the power of 2. We do exactly the same thing with this one. 50.734. We need just the 5.0. To change 50 into 5.0, we need to divide by 10. So rewrite the number up top. The whole number is a fraction now. 734 divided by 10, and then times 10. Just like that. And then do the division by 10 and write it down here as a number. That is the A. And then to change the ordinary number, the little clue that I did is change the first, if you deal with decimal numbers, change them to whole numbers, and then see how many more powers you're going to have left to add to the number. And then here you have the steps, which I'd like you to follow. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good day. Bye-bye.